Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Married to Medicine, Live Discussion Reunion Part 3, Season 11, Episode 18. The reunion concludes as Greg and King finally face off. Simone and Quad attempt a fragile truce. Heavenly offers Contessa an olive branch, but can their friendship be saved? Greg dodges accountability with Quad, pushing the group to the edge. Sweet Tea and Quad's rivalry flared, Heavenly and Sweet Tea considered a fresh start, and Damon and Greg faced off over cheating rumors and social media drama, while a backstage argument between Simone and Quad nearly escalated. Tell us what you think about the finale of the Season 11 Married to Medicine reunion in the comment section below. Married to Medicine Dr. Greg Lunsford apologizes to wife Sweet Tea over heated argument. Married to Medicine star Dr. Gregory Lunsford faced backlash weeks back after Bravo cameras captured a heated argument between him and his wife, Letitia Sweet Tea Lunsford. The exchange shocked viewers, but during Sunday's reunion episode, the doctor expressed his remorse. Now that you've seen and heard it back, do you regret the way you talked to your wife? Reunion host Andy Cohen asked Dr. Lunsford. I do regret the way I talked to her. I owe her an apology for that, he responded. Dr. Luckniford, who had already apologized to Sweet Tea privately, asked Cohen if he could say something to her in front of the cameras and his castmates. Babe, you're my whole heart. I love you so much, and I would never do anything to hurt you. And you know, those things that I said, they were just in the heat of the moment, and I didn't mean them. And I'm sorry, he told Letitia. No marriage is perfect. We're gonna have disagreements. There's gonna be spats. And so y'all just get the real, she responded. Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 18 recap, ending on a high note. Season 11 of Married to Medicine has officially come to a close. The three-part reunion is over, but when we last left off, the husbands were on stage with Andy, calmly talking through their drama. Meanwhile, Simone and Quad were about ready to rip each other apart backstage. In Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 18 Reunion Part 3, the ladies return to the stage with their partners to make one final attempt at resolving their issues. Believe it or not, they somehow managed to reach a happy conclusion to the chaotic season. What happened in Married to Medicine Season 11, Episode 18? After Simone and Quad's shocking fight, the cast regrouped and rejoined Andy on stage with the M2M men. Quad and Gregory confronted each other about their histrionics from the Key West trip, and Heavenly made a heartfelt plea to Contessa. Despite all of the drama, the group seemed to be smiling by the end. Keep on reading for the breakdown of how the M2M cast wrapped up Season 11. Simone and Quad were ready to rumble backstage. At the end of last week's episode, it felt like Simone and Quad were about a millisecond away from a fistfight. When things get that volatile, it takes someone like Dr. Jackie and a few security guards to bring things back to a normal level. Jackie grabbed her bestie and escorted her into a separate room, far away from the chaos. Sweet Tea tried to follow them, but she quickly got reminded of the M2M pecking order. This was a conversation for the OGs, so Jackie looked at her and was like, Letitia, give me a minute. Sweet Tea walked off, and once it was just the two OB-GYNs, you could see Simone slowly start to calm down. The steam stopped rolling off her head. Meanwhile, Dr. Mimi was in the other room giving Quad a full-blown therapy session. The theatrics in this group never end. Can Greg and King move forward from the sandbar fight? The contrast between what was happening on stage versus what was happening backstage couldn't have been more stark. The women were back there screaming at the top of their lungs, while the husbands were sitting on stage having a reasonable conversation. Andy prompted the men to discuss the infamous sandbar fight, where King and Greg nearly came to blows. Neither of them wanted to admit any wrongdoing, and when discussing the charges that Greg filed, King said it was all bogus. "I actually called the police station myself, and they said that they told him to stop wasting their time," King revealed. There were no charges. Greg replied and claimed that he dropped the charges. However, King clapped back like a well-seasoned reality star. He was ready to stand up for his queen. "You challenged me, and I guess you got in your feelings when I stood up to you," King told Greg. When Andy asked if there was a path forward for the men, Greg made his stance clear. He said he didn't think they could move forward, but why would they? These two have no business being in each other's lives. Simone and Quad made another attempt at forgiveness. The ladies came back on stage with their husbands, and Quad and Simone made another attempt at sorting through their mess. At this point, it feels like we've heard them have this same conversation a million times. "I'm so tired of hearing about what we did, because what did you do? If you were keeping all your life a secret and you didn't feel comfortable with us, you didn't trust us," Simone told Quad. "What else were we supposed to do other than move on with or without you?" It's a messy argument from Simone because we know that she did try to kick Quad out of the group. She just doesn't want to admit that she ushered the Lunsfords back onto the show to help make that happen. Quad seemed willing to let it go, but she admitted that she still felt resentment towards Simone because of what happened at the Season 10 reunion, when Simone made a comment about Quad's niece. The ladies agreed to move forward, but again, they've had this same conversation 3,000 times. I'm not convinced, but there was one person in the room moved by the whole thing. That was Dr. Heavenly. She said that the fight between Simone and Quad stressed her out so badly that it made her want to work on her relationship with Contessa. She looked at her frenemy and gave a heartfelt apology, asking for peace. It's like it finally dawned on her that if they want their show to move forward, they all need to tone it down. "Contessa, I'm so sorry. We got to work through this, sister," Heavenly pleaded. Quad went head-to-head with her ex-husband. Part 3 of this reunion was a lot for Miss Quad. After her exchange with Simone, she still had to address her ex-husband. They've been tiptoeing around each other since the Key West trip, and they finally needed to address how their argument made the entire cast uncomfortable. In a surprising move, Greg looked at Quad and apologized for his behavior in Florida. He claimed that it was out of character for him. Even more surprising, Quad accepted the apology. Hallelujah! Quad also took a moment to clarify that it wasn't her intention to antagonize her ex-husband during the trip. She explained that talking about her libidinous dynamic with King wasn't a way to get under Greg's skin. She's just making conversation. "I'm not taking shots at Dr. G when I'm speaking highly of King," Quad told the group. This felt like tremendous progress, but was it enough to warrant Dr. G and Sweet Tea's place in the group next season? Absolutely not. These exes shouldn't be forced to be around each other. It just doesn't work. Another thing that doesn't work is Dr. G's singing. Someone convinced him to do a live rendition of his little song, and honestly, I'm trying extremely hard to erase that from my memory. The group found a path forward to Season 12. Season 11 had intense blow-ups and endlessly messy drama between exes. Plus, let's not forget that a cast member quit before finishing the season. It's been a rocky road, so I completely understand why Jackie said at the beginning of the season to prepare for some high highs and low lows. I wasn't sure how this group would come together to find a path forward, but Andy landed the plane like an expert. He ran through a montage of some of the shadiest moments of Season 11, but it wasn't about the nasty insults about each other's families. It was the fun kind of shade that we love from this show, like Heavenly making cracks about Simone's fashion or Jackie comparing Toya to an anal itch. That laughter felt like a much-needed reminder that there are true friendships in this group, and they read each other into the ground because they love each other. With that in mind, Andy invited all of the women to say something nice about each other. He commended them for the progress made at the reunion, and Jackie noted how they all bring something special to their circle. "I think it takes all of us to hold this group together," Dr. Jackie explained. "Everybody has a special place, and without all of us, we wouldn't be who we are." Married to Medicine is streaming on Peacock.